So, presets. What are they? What do they do? More importantly, do you know how to make your own? I'll tell you what, stick around and I'll show you. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video here at Benham Media. My name is Nathan and it's an absolute pleasure to see each and every single one of you here today. Thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail. Now before we get started, I'm just going to say that I use the hashtag over on Instagram called BNPics2020, and if you are a fan of Instagram and you do sort of upload quite a fair few photos, it would be pretty cool to see some of you work on that hashtag, and you know, maybe I might start shouting some of you guys out on the channel. So please head over there and use that hashtag. Today I'm going to talk about presets, what they do, how important they can be for your photography, and how much they can make your whole workflow easier, especially if you have like a large library of photographs that you got to get through, and to be able to edit your photographs with one little click. Oh, it's so good, so good. More importantly, I'm going to show you how you can actually create your own presets. Also on this video, I'm going to show you some of my presets that I've created over the last couple of weeks that I'm really, really proud of, and I'm offering them for free to download. So a little bit later on, stick around. I'm going to show you how you can download my presets that I'm using in this video for absolutely free, which is my favorite number, if I'm honest. Like I like the price free. It's pretty cool. Now, if you haven't already, would you mind maybe thinking about subscribing to the channel? It would be really, really cool to have you part of the B team. That's what we are here, the Benham Media team, the B team. Wasn't necessarily plan A, but we're fighting forward. So consider subscribing to the channel and helping us grow as a network, and also that way we can reach out to each other as well. So what are presets? For me, presets are sort of like a starting block, something that I will start off with. So on your right hand side, you've got all your sliders, and you're more than welcome to go over there and sort of slide them around and do your own little bit of editing. But what a preset is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a pre-setting. By clicking that button, all those sliders on the right hand side will go to a setting that has been pre-designed, pre-made. Anything from the basics to the tone curve, even down to the color correction. All of that will change, and straight away with one click, you are able to create whole new photograph. You'll be able to edit your photographs with one little click. Now, very importantly, you need to understand that this is not the finished article. If you click on one of your presets and you have a look and you think, okay, this might need a little bit of work, maybe the contrast needs to come up, maybe the highlights need to go down, you can do that. That's the reason why I will call it a starting block. Like if I see a photograph that I like, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to click on that, give it a preset, and I'm like, okay, right, so that's a little bit dark. I might bring the exposure up a little bit. And that's it. That's how a preset can work. So I call it a starting block. Why are they quite important? Simply, it can speed up your workflow. Say you've got a client and you've gone out to an event or anything like that, and you've got hundreds, maybe thousands of photographs to sort of have to source through and edit. If you've got a particular edit, say you're a wedding photographer and you've got your wedding photo preset indoors, and you can sit there and go, right, all these photographs are indoors, they're of a wedding, cool, click, done, click, done, click, done, and all of a sudden you've got 30 or 40 photographs already edited without you having to spend hours going through each individual slider. And of course, like I said, if you click it and it's not exactly right, you're going to be a lot quicker by simply just going up there and maybe changing one slider, maybe two sliders, rather than going through the whole bunch of panels down the right hand side. And I use these quite a lot. I use them when I do my street photography. I've got black and white presets that I like to use. And it's sort of like trial and error as well. So let's dive into Lightroom and I'll show you where the presets are, how they actually work within photographs, and then we will create our very own preset. Okay, so let's head over into the laptop, shall we? Right, so these are the photographs that I am going to use today, these 6. I'm going to go into development, And here we go. We've got the lovely Phoenix knocking around here. So, of course, I've got all of my settings down here on the right-hand side. Now, I usually have this side hidden, but this is what your presets are. So you go to the very, very top, and you'll see there it says presets. A nice little drop-down menu. And these are my ones here. So these are my favorite presets, the 6 that I've created. So instead of me going all the way down here and moving this about, first thing I'll probably do is, again, I will crop it to however I like it. So let's do a quick, nice little crop. Let's get her in the center. Just like that. A little bit rough. Right. And I'm thinking I want this to be a nice black and white photograph. Of course, click on here, play with the settings. But because I have my own presets right here, I can simply go over to one of my presets. Now, if you hover over one of your presets, you'll see in a little box at the top, it will change. And then eventually it will change over here as well. Now, you're not setting those presets. What you are doing, you're seeing a quick little preview. All right, so you can just go down them a little bit, see which ones work. And there you go, classic black and white. So then when you click on it, if you take a look over the right-hand sides, all those settings will in fact change. And there we are. So you've brought the exposure down, the contrast up, highlights all the way down. Now, it's not perfect. It probably won't be the kind of preset that I would use for this particular photograph. So again, you can go in here and you can probably bring the shadows down a little bit, just like that. And then you can make your changes as much as you want as well, you see, just to make it a little bit more for your taste. And it's as simple as that. And of course, if you just press reset, obviously the frame's going to go back where it is. And it goes back, but you can do it with any one of them. You see, I've got 1947, which is another black and white. See, that's better. That's a little bit brighter, a little bit more contrast. And then again, I can just simply go down here and maybe add a vignette. There's already one on there. I might make it a little bit bigger, feather it a little bit more. And for me, that's it. And I've literally edited that particular photograph within, what, less than a minute, and I'm happy with that. And if you look at the difference between the original and that one, so there we go. Within less than a minute, I've edited that photograph. And you can do it with so many ones. So that's that number 1 photograph done. Let's go over to this, to another photograph, a street photograph now. Nice picture of the Tower Bridge. So again, if I want to have a quick little look, come over here. Now I think classic, no, old London might work for this one. So I'm going to go over to Old London, hover over it. And for me, that looks a little better. So I'm going to click on that. And then you can see all the settings have changed again. And that is that particular click. So again, 2 photographs I've literally just edited there. And it's taken me less than, what, minute and a half, maybe 2. And just think how quick that can go forth. And like I said, if you're not happy with how the preset looks, you can obviously go through and change a little bit. Also, what you'll notice in Lightroom as well is that there are some sort of pre-made presets which have been given to you by Adobe. And of course, you can go out and you can download your own from different photographers, from different, I think Adobe has quite a fair few as well. And like I said, I'm going to offer you some of my own as well. Literally those 6 that you see there under Nathan's presets. But let's have a look on how you can actually create your own presets. So let's go back into the laptop and we'll do that now. So this is the photograph I'm going to use for this example. Now, one of the important things you need to understand about presets is they will only save what you do in all of these columns here. So if we, for example, do a bit of a crop like this, straighten up a little bit, there we go. Right, so if we've cropped that and we save this as a preset, it won't save the crop. It'll only save the adjustments that we make here, okay? So that's just something that I'm gonna point out. So let's do a bit of adjustment here. So we're going to bring the contrast up a little bit like that. And we'll come down the basics panel, bring the highlights down so we can bring out the sky, maybe bring in some shadow, make it nice and dark and moody, like this. Come down again, gonna bring the texture up. Right, let's go into the tone curve. I'll give it like a nice little dramatic curve in as well. I'm going to use it as an example. There we go. And we'll just pump up some colors, look. All right, so let's bring the reds up maybe, shall we? Let's pump up the reds a little bit. All right, there we go. I'll tell you what, just so it looks like a half decent photograph, we'll bring the exposure up slightly so we can actually see what we're doing. Not by much. So there we go. So that is what I'm going to class as my finished article. We'll go in from the before and after. And I'm like, yeah, I quite like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the left. I'm going to click on this little plus size. As you can see, it comes up to add new preset. So we're going to click on that. And it says create preset. Also what it shows here as well, you've got import presets. So if you have in fact downloaded my presets, you can click on this, go to the folder, and it will import the presets that you have. But if you're creating your own, we'll go create presets, and this little dialog box will appear. Okay, so I'm going to put it in my group, Nathan's presets, but if you come down like this way, you can see you can create a new group. So if you like, so what I might do, so I might create a new group and call it YouTube, like that. I'm going to call this preset YouTube preset. There we go. Now you want to make sure that all settings are ticked, even if you haven't used any of them. So I'm going to put the transform, even though I've not used the transform, make sure everything's ticked. That way you know for a fact that everything that you've done here is in fact going to be saved. So you can even go check all as well. So you can go check none, and you can go check all, and everything will then be clicked, and then you go create, like that. And that should be it. So we're going to come down here, and there we go. We've got the YouTube right there, and then we've got the YouTube preset. So, like I said, the crop won't be saved, but if we come down here to another photograph, and we'll go on to another picture of Fee there, look. Now you'll notice if I click on my YouTube preset, it's actually quite a nice preset, look at that. It's not bad, is it? And see, it won't affect the crop, even though we cropped the original photograph, but it did in fact save those presets. So I'm going to click on, I actually quite like that preset. Might in fact have to keep that one as well. And there you have it, done and dusted. Now, of course, like I said, you can change a few things in here. So if you want it to be a little bit darker, you can bring the exposure down, you can bring the contrast up a little bit just to do that. Now, if you think that looks like a better preset than your original one, of course, you can either go back at the top and create a whole new preset like that, or if you left click on that preset, and then you can go into update current settings, and if you click on that, it will update those particular settings as well. So now when you go onto a new photograph, it would have saved all the settings changes that you've done over here. And that's it. Done and dusted, sorted. So that's it. That is how you create presets. Nice and easy, very, very simple. And as far as I'm aware, there is no limit to how many you can do. So you can do as many as you want. If there is a limit, let me know in the comments. It'll be quite interesting to know. And it is a great way. So if you've done an edit, which is, in your opinion, like the best thing you have ever done, and you're like, right, cool, I'm going to save that as a preset. That way, next time I've got a photograph that comes in, boom, straight away. And I've now got a series of photographs that look exactly the same, and I can throw them out into the world. How I use presets are quite simple. Is that when I take photographs, I have an idea of how I want to edit it first. And I'm like, okay, cool, snap that away. And I want to edit it in this particular way. And sometimes when I've taken a photograph and I don't quite know what to do with it, I go down my presets and I'm like, oh, that's a really good edit. And I click on that and play with a little bit. So that is the powerful thing about presets. Done, easy. So as promised, I have got my own presets, the 6 that I have shown you in this video. I might have a little bit of a graphic going on around me so you can see exactly what the presets look like and what they are called. And like I said, they are absolutely free to download. All you have to do is go onto my website, Benham Media, and go onto free presets, click on that, and it will send you to a page where you can actually download either one of them or all 6. It's entirely up to you. If you do use any of my presets in your photographs, please consider using my hashtag BMPix2020 over on Instagram and let me know that you've used one of my presets. It will mean so much to me if you would do that. Also, guys, if you like this video, please, it takes literally a second of your time to go down there and click the little thumbnail. You can see whatever else I do either on Facebook and on Instagram with the little links floating down the side here. And please, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and that way we can all grow together. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has been an absolute pleasure having you all here today. My name's been Nathan. You've been sensational. Thank you and goodbye. Mwah, 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 mwah.